Hello everyone, and welcome to a new episode of 2017 Reads a Creepypasta. This is a good one tonight, folks. This is called Psychosis. My friend Nolan recommended it to me. Alright, I'm gonna start reading here. I have put on some music to keep it a calm atmosphere, but it appears to be a little loud. Turn it down. I'm not sure why I'm writing this down on paper and not my computer. I guess I just noticed some old things. It's not that I don't trust the computer. I just need to organize my thoughts. I need to get down all the details somewhere objective. Somewhere I know that what I write can't be deleted or changed. Not that that's happened. It's just everything blurs together here. And the fog of memory lends a strange cast of things. I'm starting to feel cramped in this small apartment. Maybe that's the problem. I just had to go and choose the cheapest apartment, the only one in the basement. The lack of windows down here makes day and night seem to slip by seamlessly. I haven't been out in a few days because I've been working on this programming project so intensively. I suppose I just want to get the work done. Hours of sitting and staring at the monitor can make anyone feel strange. But I don't think that's it. I'm not sure when I first started to feel like this. Like something was odd. I can't even define what it is. Maybe I just haven't talked to anyone in a while. That's the first thing crept on me. Everyone I normally talk to online while I was programming has been idle. They simply not logged on at all. My instant messages go unanswered. The last email I got from anybody was a friend saying he'd talk to me when he got back from the store. And that was yesterday. I'd call him on my cell phone, but reception's terrible down here. Yeah, that's it. I just need to call someone. I'm gonna go outside. Well, that didn't work so well. As the tingle of fear fades, I'm feeling a little ridiculous for being scared at all. I looked in the mirror before I went out, but I didn't shave the 2-day stubble I've grown. I figured I was just going out for a quick cell phone call. I did change my shirt though, because it was lunchtime, and I guess that I'd run into at least one person I knew. That I didn't end up happening. I'd wish it did. When I went out, I opened the door to my small apartment slowly. A small feeling of apprehension had already lodged itself in me. For some indefinable reason, I chalked it up to having not spoken to anyone but myself for a day or two. I peered down the dingy gray hallway, maybe dingier by the fact that it was a basement hallway. On one end, a large metal door led to the building's furnace room. It was locked, of course. Two dearly soda machines stood by it. I bought a soda from the first day I moved in, but it had a 2-year-old expiration date. I'm fairly sure nobody knows these machines are down here, or my cheap landlady just doesn't care to get them restocked. I closed my door slowly and walked in the other direction, taking care not to make a sound. I have no idea why I chose to do that, but it was fun, giving into the strange impulse not to break the drowning hum of the soda machines, at least for the moment. I got to the stairwell and took the stairs up to the building's first floor. I looked through the heavy door's small square window and received quite the shock. It was definitely not lunchtime. City's gloom hung over the dark streets outside. The traffic lights at the intersection in the distance blinked yellow. Dim clouds, purple and black from the glow of the city, hung overhead. Nothing moved, save the sidewalk trees that shifted in the wind. I remember shivering, though it wasn't cold. Maybe it was the wind outside. I could vaguely hear it through the heavy door, and knew that it was that unique kind of late night wind, the kind that was instant, cold, quiet, save for the rhythm music it made as it passed through countless unseen trees and leaves. I decided not to go outside. Instead, I lifted my cell phone to the window's little window and checked the signal meter. Bars filled up the meter, and I smiled. Time to hear someone's voice, I remember thinking, relieved. It was such a strange thing, to be afraid of nothing. I shook my head, laughing at myself silently. I hit the speed dial button of my best friend Amy's number and held the phone up to my ear. It rang once, but then it stopped. Nothing happened. I listened in silence for a good 20 seconds, and then hung up. I frowned and looked at the signal meter again. Still full. I went to dial her number again, but my phone rang in my hand, startling me. I put the phone up to my ear. Hello? Immediately fighting down the small shock at hearing the first voice spoken in days, even if it was my own. I had gotten used to the drowning hum of the building's inner workings, my computer, and the soda machines in the hallway. There was no response to my greeting at first, but then finally, a voice came. Hey! Said the clear male voice, obviously of college age, like me. Who's this? John, I replied, confused. Oh, sorry, wrong number, he replied, then hung up. I lowered the phone slowly and leaned against the thick brick wall of the stairwell. That was strange. I looked at my received call list. The number was unfamiliar. But I could think on it further. The phone rang loudly, shocking me yet again. This time, I looked at the phone caller before I answered. With another unfamiliar number. This time, I held the phone up to my ear, but said nothing. I heard nothing but the general background noise of the phone. And the familiar voice broke my tension. John? The thing was the single word in Amy's voice. I breathed a sigh of relief. Hey, it's you. Who else would it be? She responded. The number. Oh, the number. I'm at a party on 7th Street, and my phone died, just as you called me. This is someone else's phone, obviously. Oh, okay, I said. Where are you? She asked. My eyes glanced over the drab whitewashed cylinder block walls and the heavy metal door within its small window. At my building, I sighed, just feeling cooped up. I didn't realize it was so late. You should come over here, she said, laughing. Nah, I don't feel like looking for some strange place by myself in the middle of the night, I said, looking out the window at the silent, windy street that secretly scared me just a tiny bit. I think I'm going to keep working or go to bed. Nonsense, she replied. I can come get you. Your building is so close to 7th Street, right? How drunk are you? I asked, I don't know that word. You know where I live? Oh, of course, she said abruptly. I guess I can't get there by walking, huh? You could if you wanted to waste half an hour, I told her. Right, she said. Okay, have to go. Good luck with your work. I lowered the phone once more looking at the numbers flash as the call ended. Then, drowning silence suddenly released itself to my ears. Too strange call, and that eerie street outside just drove home my aloneness in this empty stairwell. Perhaps from having seen too many scary movies, I had the sudden incomprehensible idea that something could look in the door's window and see me. Some sort of horrible entity that hovered at the edge of the aloneness, just waiting to creep up unsuspecting people that strayed too far from other human beings. I knew the fear was irrational, but nobody else around, so I jumped down the stairs, ran down the hallway to my room, and closed the door swiftly as I could while still staying silent. Like I said, I feel a little ridiculous for being scared of nothing, as the fear has already faded. Writing down helps a lot. It makes me realize that nothing is wrong. It filters out half-formed thoughts and fears, and only leaves cold, hard facts. It's late. I got a call from a wrong number, and Amy's phone is died, so she called me back from another phone. Nothing strange has happened. Still, there's something a little off about that conversation. I know it could have just been the alcohol she'd had. Or was it even her that seemed to be off to me? Or was it? Yes, that was it. I didn't realize it until the moment writing these things down. I knew writing things down would help. She said she was at a party, but I had only heard silence in the background. Of course, that doesn't mean anything particular, as she could have just gone outside to make the call. No, that couldn't be either. I didn't hear wind. I need to see if the wind is still blowing. Monday. I fought to finish writing last night. I'm not sure what I expected to see when I ran up the stairwell and looked out the heavy door's window. I'm feeling ridiculous. Last night's fear seemed hazy and unreasonable to me now. I can't wait to go right out into the sunlight. I'm going to check my email, shower, shave, finally get out of here. Wait, I think I heard something. It was thunder. The whole sunlight and fresh air thing didn't happen. I went out into the stairwell and up the stairs, only to find disappointment. The heavy metal door and windows showed only flowing water. A torrential rain slammed against it. Only very dim, glooming light filtered in through the rain. But at least I knew it was daytime, even if it was gray, slicky, and wet day. I tried looking out the window, waiting for the light to illuminate the gloom, but the rain was too heavy and I couldn't make out anything but vague, weird shapes, moving at odd angles and waves washing down windows. Disappointed, I turned around. But I didn't want to go back to my room. Instead, I wandered further up the stairs, passing the first door and the second. The stairs ended at the third floor, the highest floor of the building. I looked through the glass that ran up the outer wall of the stairwell. But it was that warped, thick kind thick kind that shatters the light. Not that there was much to see through the rain. I opened the stairwell door and wandered down the hallway. 10 or so thick wooden doors, painted blue a long time ago, were all closed. I listened as I walked. But it was the middle of the day. so I wasn't surprised I heard nothing but the rain outside. As I stood in the dim hallway listening to the rain, and the strange fleeting impression that the doors were standing like silent granite molias erected by some ancient forgotten civilization for some unfathomable garden gate for some unfathomable guardian purpose. Lightning flashed, and I could have sworn that just for a moment the old grainy blue wood looked just like rough stone. I laughed at myself for letting my imagination get the best of me. But then it occurred to me that the dim gloom and lighting must mean there was a window somewhere in the hallway. A vague memory surfaced. I suddenly recalled that the third floor had an loft and an inset window halfway down the hallway. Excited to look out into the rain and possibly see another human being, I quickly walked down the hallway. Finding a large thin glass window, rain washed down it, as with the front floor's window. But I could open this one. I reached a hand to slide it open, but hesitated. I had the strangest feeling that if I opened this window, I would see anything, I would see something absolutely horrifying on the other side. Everything's been so odd lately. So I came up with a plan and came back here to get what I needed. I don't seriously think anything will come out of it, but I'm bored. It's raining and I'm starting to go crazy. I came back with my webcam. The cord isn't long enough to reach the third floor by any means, so instead I'm going to hide it between the soda machines in the dark end of my basement hallway, run the wire along the wall and under my door, and put a black duct tape over the wire to blend it in with the black plastic strip that runs along the base hallway's floor. I know it's silly, but I don't have anything better to do. Well, nothing happened. I propped open the hallway to the stairwell door. Steeled. I propped open the hallway to the stairwell door. Steeled myself, then flung the heavy front door wide open and ran like hell downstairs to my room and slammed the door. I watched the webcam on my computer intently, seeing the hallway outside my door and most of the stairwell. I'm watching it right now, and I don't see anything interesting. I just wish the camera's position was different so that I can see out the front door. Hey! Someone's online! I got an older, less functional webcam that I had in my closet to video chat with my friends online. I couldn't really explain to him why I didn't want to video chat, but it felt good to see another person's face. He couldn't talk very long, and we didn't talk about anything meaningful, but I did feel much better. My strange fear had almost passed. I would feel completely better. But there was something odd about our conversation. I know that I said everything has seemed odd, but still, he was very vague in his responses. I can't recall one specific thing that he said. Not no particular name, or place, or event. But he did ask for my email address to keep in touch. Wait, I just got an email. I'm about to go out. I just got an email from Amy that asked me to meet her for dinner at the place we usually go to. I love pizza, and I've just been eating random food from my poorly stocked fridge for days, so I can't wait. Again, I feel ridiculous about the odd couple days that I've been having. I should destroy this journal when I get back. Oh, another email. Thanks for listening, guys. This was Psychosis. It's not over yet, but I shall continue it in part 2. Sorry for any weird, um, mispronounces. I'm not a strong reader, so hope you enjoy.